Okay, so bias refers to, I know, I'm reviewing. Okay, it refers, what? Hey, I can't hear him. Qualitative and quantitative, did we go over those numbers? Okay, grab it from somebody and then yes. Okay, so we refer to the tendency of a measurement to go over or under. No, it's the same. Estimate value. Okay, a sample bias is a bias in which a sample is collected that some members are less likely to be included. Okay, and then what's up? Okay, so then it says which best representative of the sample would be the worst, which one would be the best, and which one would be the worst. So we said yesterday this one would be the best, and then this one would be the worst. Best, worst. Okay. All right. Non-response bias is a bias that results in the respondent not responding. And it impacts the result. Okay. So non-response bias is where they don't respond and it's going to impact the result. Non-response bias is when respondents not responding. Exactly. So I think that if you don't answer, I think that you know the topic. Even though you didn't answer, then you probably don't know the topic. We know. What's up? Also, someone like gonna come in and give you like a pair like that you do this speech. If so, can I give you a pencil? No. No. They gave me a Where's Waldo like hat, basically. Let me check. I look like Where's Waldo. No. All right. So explain why looking on the internet at reviews of a product may suffer from a non-response bias. Because they may say like, every product is okay. How many people actually do those surveys? Like the only people who do those surveys probably are like the Karens of the world, right? Like they either have a very strongly opposing opinion, right? Or a very strong, like they love that product, right? Okay, so when you look at the internet reviews, you're getting like the extremes. Okay, so you get the extreme feelings and not a picture of the population. If y'all don't stop talking, okay? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Response bias. Response bias is the tendency of a person to answer questions on a survey untruthfully or misleadingly. Okay. So response bias is where we answer questions on a survey untruthfully or misleadingly.
So this is basically like a lie.
Like if they're trying to give you money, but it's like a 2-minute survey.
You take this survey, the EOS survey. It asks you, how do you feel at school? Do you have a safe space at home? And 99% of you go, click, 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 click. Right? No.
Personal.
This is like you didn't take the survey seriously. Okay. Or let's say that it asks you a personal question that you don't want to reveal the answer to, and you put a lie on there. That's response bias. What's up?
Is it just like definition, like whenever you.
We haven't even finished the notes yet. I'm gonna go over it in a second. No. All right. So are there any concerns of response bias in the following survey questions? What is wrong with your current school? Is there a concern with that? Why?
Because I can't explain it.
It implies that something is wrong. Like it says, what is wrong with your current school? There might not be anything wrong, but now you think there's something wrong, right? Okay. To improve education, should taxes be raised to fund building more schools? Is there any issues with that?
Yes.
Why? Okay. So this implies that building more schools helps education. Does that have anything to do with your education?
It's a cause and effect.
Sort of, yeah. Implies that building schools improved education. Why are teenage drivers dangerous? What does that imply?
Yeah. Some are speakers.
Okay. How long does it take you to get to school? Does that imply anything? No. So this is a good question. It's not misleading. It doesn't have any bias to it. It's very straightforward. Good? All right. Flip the page. We're doing mean, median, mode, range, all that jazz. You need your Desmos. Get out your laptop. This is part of the quiz, homie.
It's online.
No, it's not. All right, come on, let's go. All right. Commercial and asked two different modeling agencies to send them a group of 5 models with an average of age 17. The company modeling Marvel's agency sent 5 models with the following ages. The company Acting Up Models Incorporated sent 5 models with the following ages. Did each company correctly send a group of 5 models with an average of 17? So go to Desmos. See if I can remember how to do this. So you're going to say X equals, and you're gonna put a bracket, and you're gonna list out all those things and put a comment in between each age. So 16, 16, 15, 17, 21. 16, 16, 15, yep, 17, and 21. Should probably put it from least to greatest. That's probably the best thing to do. If I wanted to find the mean, I'm gonna type mean, parentheses, X. So did this have an average of 17? Yes. Mean is your average. Mean is your average. Okay. Then you're going to come down here. You're going to have another list. Let's name it Y. You're going to type out those numbers 3, 5, 6, 31, and 40. Okay. And then you're going to say mean Y. Did they have an average of 17? Yes. Everybody good? Questions? Okay. All right, coming back to it. So yes, they did. What was the difference? What would you describe as being the most different between the two ages? How might you quantify this?
spread out the data.
Ah, good. Okay, so how spread out? We could call that range. And range is your highest minus your lowest. So highest minus your lowest is 5 for the first one. Highest minus your lowest is 37 for the second one. That's how spread out it is. All right, 2 competing companies designed similar Android phones. A magazine is writing a review on the 2 companies and sampled 7 phones from each company to determine their battery life to the nearest hour while watching streaming videos. Bum, bum, bum. All right, here's the important part. Ready? So you need to make a list for this one and a list for this one. So we're going to go back into Desmos. We're going to delete all our crap. We're going to say X equals, and we're going to list out this. So 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So 3, 3, 4, 5. That one. Okay. And the next one, 1, 1, 2, 6, 8, 10, 14. I'm missing a number. 2, 6, 8. Okay. So we listed out our numbers. The first question asks us, what is the mean? So how do we find the mean? We say mean of whatever we're talking about. And then we say mean of the other list. So the mean of the first one is 5. The mean of the second one is 6. So for Sims, 5. For Motorola, 6. To find the median, we're going to find the middle number. Yes. Median, you're going to type the word out. It just happens to be that. That's crazy. Okay, so again, it's 5 and 6. The range, that's your highest minus your lowest. Highest minus your lowest. So 7 minus 3 is 4. 14 minus 1 is good. Okay. Now the lower quartile. So remember, our median was the middle number. So you want to list them out least to greatest. Middle number is my median. My quarter 1 is the middle of the lower half. Quartile 1 is my middle of my lower half. Quartile 3 is the middle of my upper half. So lower quartile is 3, upper quartile is 7. Okay, let's see it. Can you try to find the Q1 and Q3 for the next one? I know there's a way to do it in here.
Using it on a Teams.
there.
That's like Fritz. You say I'm ABC.
Yeah.
All right, everybody good? So, what'd you get? 1 and 10.
That's wrong.
Okay, nope, that's right. All right, can you do mean, median, range, lower quartile, upper quartile? Yeah? Okay, cool. Interquartile range. Now that you found Q3 and Q1, subtract them. Oh, sorry.
4 was not. And that was a negative. 7 minus 3. How much?
So 7 minus 3 would be 4. And then 10 minus 1 is 9. Good? All right, go ahead and take a moment. Go ahead and find the mean, median, mode, range, all of that right here. Okay, hey. Okay. So really quick, what'd you get for your mean, median, range, IQR? You got what? Okay, so 90 for both. What about median? Okay. What might be the problem in the central? What might be the problem? Okay, so. Okay. Not a good depiction of how they did. Okay. What's range? 20 and 2. Okay. Let's have a conversation. Standard deviation is how spread out something is. Mean deviation is how spread out something is from the mean. And variance is standard deviation squared. Your calculator does all of that for you. Okay, let me show you. Okay, really quick. Back in the day, before calculators and Desmos and all that does, you would use this chart. You would subtract it from the mean. You would take the absolute value. You would square it. You would add it all up and then divide by standard deviation. Get the answer. I don't want to sit here and calculate that. It takes about 30 minutes per problem.
Oh.
Not kidding. So I'm not going to do that for you. I'm going to show you how to do it quickly. Okay. So really quick, you're going to come in here. Mean deviation is going to be the MAD and then whatever your list is. Okay. If you're going to do standard deviation, you're going to do STDEV. I would write these down. STDEV is standard deviation. MAD is MAD. Yes, ma'am. Yes. There is 2 different standard deviations though, so be careful. There's an STDEV and an STDEVP, and that's standard deviation of a sample versus a population. Okay? So be careful on that one. We're going to use the STDEV. Okay? And then the last thing, variant, is your standard deviation, but you're going to square it. So whatever number you get here, you're going to square it, and that's your variant. Ta-da!
Wait. Oh, the one shot the lot. Oh my God. No, you wasn't like that.
No.
Okay.
Question? Okay. Okay, do we need practice on this or are we okay on this? No, just like mean, median, mode, range, Q1, Q3, IQR, MAD, standard deviation. The computer does it for you. Okay? Yes? Okay. All right. Look back at your notes from yesterday. I'm going to do a quick little review. Okay, what's the difference between a population parameter or a sample statistic? Oh my God. What's the difference between a parameter and a statistic? Okay. So you're going to have two scenarios and it's going to say, hey, is it population or is it sample? Okay, cool. The next one, what type of sampling method is being used? If I say every int, that's the number one. What is that one called? Look for your notes.
I wrote it down.
Systematic. Okay, so int, or if it says number, every 10th kid, that says systematic sampling. Okay, what's the difference between qualitative and quantitative? Okay, so if I say temperatures, is that qualitative or quantitative? Quantitative. Okay. What's the difference between a census, sampling, or simulation or experiment? Census, sampling, simulation, experiment.
Census studies entire population.
Okay. Simulation is something we would run if we couldn't like hurt the person.
Yeah, that was like the one that push somebody off the cliff.
They're gonna fall like 90 feet. And so we can't do that. So I mean, I think it's a great idea. Okay. And then survey questions that are biased. Okay, for biasy, what are we looking at? So you want to look at, is it leading you towards a specific answer? You know, like would the person who's asking this question get mad if you said a specific thing? Does that make sense? Good. Okay, the rest is mean, median, mode range, interquartile range. That's it. You know how to draw a dot plot?
Yes.
You draw the numbers on the bottom, you put a dot for each thing.
Oh.
Yep.
What's the boxes?
Yep, you don't have to do box and whiskers. Okay, good.
I mean, it's like